Hi, everyone. We will wait a couple of minutes for Tamika to join us, and then we will talk about the book. Howdy.
Hi, are we live already?
Yes.
Hi. I'm here.
Welcome.
I look like I have been bleeding everywhere, but it's just hair dye.
Your hair looks cute.
Thanks. Trying to connect my AirPods and it said no, you're not allowed.
So I'm just going to hear myself echoing. It's fine. I like the sound of my own voice.
There it is. I fixed it. Hi.
Hi.
Listen, I had a Coke and I don't know where it went. Like literally just disappeared.
Church probably has it.
Probably.
I don't feel like I have anything to say, if I had to be completely honest.
I didn't know if we'd said anything. Yes, that's kind of why I'm just sitting here.
Yeah, no. I was waiting for you just to, because I don't really feel like there's anything special to say. I don't really feel like there's anything big and groundbreaking to say that we haven't already said about her other books. Like the
I feel like
relationship.
there's stuff we could say. Maybe not like, you know, much, but I feel like there's something.
Yeah, I mean, like my overall takeaway was like the relationship's cute. I like their dynamic. The rest of it was boring.
I will forget about these two characters in tomorrow. Tomorrow
Yeah.
morning. I will not remember a single thing that happened.
All I know is that his name is Rufus.
I could not with his name being Rufus.
I preferred it when she called him by his last name because I couldn't do it. That's not the name. I don't know why she picked that name out of all the names, but that was not the
Rufus.
correct call.
Kind of like Cletus.
I feel like it's worse.
It is worse than
Almost.
Cletus. Yeah.
Because it's like, at least with Cletus, you probably know what you're going to get. But Rufus, all I
Rufus
think,
just wasn't daddy material.
Rufus is literally the naked mole rat from Kim Possible. So that's all I was thinking the whole time. I was like, this is not it. This isn't sexy. This is not inspiring anything. Thankfully, she only called that to him, like, you know, when they were around other people. But
yeah, like as a I lost my complete train of thought, just like I did this entire book.
I will say, I think the thing that made it so boring was that one was all of their interactions were sex scenes. Like, I didn't feel like there was really any, like, relationship stuff. And also, there wasn't very many interactions between them. Everything was just kind of, like, boring. I don't know. And, like, the heroine was boring.
I think the heroine had a lot of potential. I think she had, like, a lot of potential with, like, this heroine is the one that I feel like is the most into DDLG out of all of them.
Yeah.
And I've now read, after Princess Brat, I've read every single Brianna Hale, and I'm already halfway through Princess Brat. This is our most little as a heroine. And I feel like we really missed the opportunity to get her doing a really good DDLG, because the DDLG scenes in this were so adorable.
Yeah.
Like, they were so cute, and I just wanted to, like, squeeze them, because I was like, why are you all so dang cute? Like, this is not fair.
Every, like,
illegal.
And that was my thing, is like every actual interaction they had outside of real sex was like perfect. It was so sweet and so, like, it just felt so warm, and I really liked it. And then you involve, is that my cat or your cat?
That's my cat.
Oh. Any other time, like, it fell apart. And I think because there wasn't really anything but the sex scenes, it was like the sex scenes weren't good, and there wasn't any, like, the sex scenes weren't growing their relationship really in any way. So it felt just boring and weird and, like,
I know that there was a lot of sex scenes, but I also felt like there wasn't a lot of sex scenes because I zoned out every time there was a sex scene.
Hey,
So I did not pay
Carrie.
attention to it at all.
Yeah, at some point I was like, after their first scene where she, like, loses her virginity, I was like, this is not good. Like, I don't like this. The way this is written, I'm not a fan. And then it got a little bit better after that, but I was just like, the actual scenes themselves were just not well written. They just were no, I didn't like them at all.
I could have said fuck these sex scenes, and normally with a Brianna Hale, that is not what I say.
Right.
Yeah.
It was very weird, because then I was like, well, this has to get better. Like, when we finished the first scene, I was like, well, it's probably just because, like, he's trying to be quick. So, like, the scene was quick. And then it just, like, kept being bad, and I was not a fan. All the scenes outside of it, like, when they're together, are good, but everything else, like, sex scenes plus her by herself, were just not it.
I didn't like the fact that she had to tell her mother about her relationship. That grossed me out.
I hated the inclusion of her mom thinking that was her dad.
That makes me upset too.
I was like,
also didn't like it.
I was like, that is such a weird draw to make. Like, I think if I saw that, I would probably be like, oh, you know, we know who that is. Like, I guess that would just be my first reaction, but I would never think, like, oh, you're fucking your dad. Like, that would never be.
I can see how the parent would think that.
Why would that be your first assumption, though? Like, if that's your assumption, you've seen some other stuff going on. Like, there's some other weird stuff that's, like, giving you bad vibes. That's not, like, your first assumption.
Or you're just, like, uber religious and you know, live in the Bible Belt like we do. So
I guess maybe. I don't
I
know.
know the people that I'm around, when I say I'm around, I mean the people I grew up around and my parents and like my parents' friends, that's 100% what they would assume. Like they would not even think, "Oh, this is a sexual thing." No, that's you're fucking your dad. That would be their first reaction. Yeah. Because there was a girl that we knew in college that grew up and went to high school with us, and we all found out she was into DDLG, and everyone was asking her if she had daddy issues and if she was into her dad. Everyone. And I'm just over here like,
Oh my
that
god.
is not even remotely what's happening.
Y'all
But
are exhausting. Ugh. Ugh. Yeah, I don't know. It just that scene was just weird because it was almost like a throwaway comment because there was already the first reaction was like disgust, obviously, of her thinking that it was her dad, and then immediately it went into her thinking that she's being abused. So it was like a weird conflict, I guess, like a weird addition to the argument.
you know what would really solve any issues if you're in a DDLG relationship and you call your partner daddy? Just don't put their name as daddy in your phone.
Yeah, or like don't because
Leave your
I mean
phone just
because
laying
I
around.
because I do. I have that. So but no one is like, "Hey,
Look,
what do you like what is
who's
that on
who's
your phone?"
texting you, Ashley?
Right. Right. And I don't think anybody would just be like, well, I also keep it so you can't read what people like you can't read my notifications, but I think that was just kind of a like dumb conflict. I don't think she knew what conflict she wanted to have or how to bring the conflict in,
It
and
was
that
very
was the
much of
choice
a
that she made.
it was very much a this is my first book I've ever written.
Yeah.
Listen, speaking of notifications, which I just find absolutely ironic, you texted me earlier, and I'm trying to figure out the exact text that you sent me because I was at work, and I was working on a video for the health department, and I had my phone set up because we were on FaceTime with my supervisor, and you texted me, and the text I'm pretty sure said the DDLG is cute, but these sex scenes aren't it. Oh yeah, it says it's so cute, but the sex scenes are unsatisfactory. And the person beside me just started laughing, and I was like, "Yep."
I mean, I've had a situation where like I have that's what I call my partner and that's what I have him as in my phone. And I've had a situation where like my boss was next to me and my phone was on my desk and he texted me and I was just like, "Oh," like I flipped my my phone over real quick. But it's never something where like someone has seen it and been like, "What's going on? What's going on with that phone over there?"
You know, it could have all been avoided if she had just,
Put her phone in her pocket.
yep, hit her notifications.
And even
Literally,
the very next scene, he was like, "You could have just hid your notifications." Yeah. Yeah, Carrie, I feel like that's how I am gonna be because I haven't read Pageant yet, and I already know, like, I'm gonna be obsessed with it, and I can already tell that I don't know, reading this, it just doesn't even feel like the same author at all.
I
Like,
know, right?
I can see how she I can see where, like, inspiration for her other couples come in and, like, scenes that she takes out of this and puts in other books, but it just everything else about it is just completely different than
I will say though, I don't feel like this would have been a bad debut because even at the point she's at now, knowing how she writes, I still gave this 3 stars.
yeah.
I don't think it was a like a bad book. I don't think it's a bad debut. I think she has just grown so much, and we are reading her most recent stuff,
Yeah.
so we see how insane the difference is.
That and I mean, like, even if I had read this and it wasn't by her, I probably would have been like, "This is a 3-star." Like, this is just kind of meh.
Yeah,
So, originally, when I finished it, I was like, "Oh, it's 4-star," because, like, I felt a
Brianna.
little Yeah, I felt a little
Yep.
bit like I loved a good portion of it being their relationship and their dynamic enough that it was a 4 star, and then we were sat there talking about it, and I was like, "Yeah, it's not 3 star." Like, I'm deluding myself that it's a 4 star because it's not.
I'm reading Princess Brat too because I accidentally started Princess Brat thinking that was the book for today because I'm the smart one over here. So I'm halfway through that one, and that one is much different than Little Dancer. Like the difference between Princess Brat and Little Dancer is absolutely wild.
How
Like,
many how much, like, time difference is there between one book to the
uh,
next?
Princess Brat came out in summer of 2017, I think. Hold on, I'll look it up. But it's just the difference between those two books is really interesting because I was struggling through this one. I think because I had just started Princess Brat and I wanted to go back to it because Princess Brat does everything that we wanted Little Dancer to do.
Really? Same
Yeah,
dynamic and everything? Like, same relationship dynamic?
not exactly. She's a brat,
Obviously.
but they are. I don't know. They work so much better than these two do. So Princess Brat was published June 2017. Darla hated it. Darla gave it 1 star. I liked it, but
Well, you
I'm
liked
with
what
it.
you read so far, but
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm not done yet, but whatever. Little Dancer came out in 2017, April 2017.
Okay. So her writing progressed that much that quickly. But I mean, you can look at the difference between Rush and First Comes Blood, and the difference in the writing is incredible.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can. I think she might have had more. I think she might have had more beta readers or something in that next book because I think that's why it's so much better.
I also kind of feel like because she did it with a publisher, it's a little bit like,
Not Brianna.
yeah, you can tell that like she really wanted to dive into the dynamics and maybe she couldn't or had limitations or I don't know.
Yeah, and that's why she ended up going indie. It's because they wouldn't publish, the book that we don't talk about.
I mean, rightfully
And
so, but yeah.
I mean, same, but Carrie, how is pageant? Because I need to know how good it is. Because I feel like if I would have read it this week, I would have been like, actually, I am not reading Princess. I'm not reading Little Dancer. I'm not reading Princess Brat. We ain't doing it.
Okay, well, we might need to read Pageant together because I want to read it pretty soon.
I want to finish Princess Brat and then I want to read it.
So you want to wait till next month, or you're gonna finish Princess Brat this month?
I'm gonna finish Princess Brat like in the next couple days.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I just know it's gonna be so good.
that's why I'm reading. I'm gonna go ahead and finish Princess Brat.
I did read. I did when she put her Instagram post up. She put some of the triggers, and I was like,
What are they?
okay. Let me hold on. Let me pull up Goodreads.
I'm so excited for it.
Me too. It's gonna be so good.
Do we know? Is this one a trilogy too?
I think so.
Ugh, she's killing me with the trilogies. And these freaking cliffhangers.
Oh, see, the Goodreads is not even.
For
It's
pageant?
yeah, the Goodreads like the trigger warnings is not even as in depth as she went.
On Instagram?
Mm-hmm.
Let's pull it up. I'll pull it up on mine and see if I can get it on here.
Okay, here we go. I got it.
Okay.
Oh. Can you see that?
Does that say forced orgasms?
Mm-hmm.
Somnophilia, is that the Sleeping Beauty kink?
I think so, yeah.
I'm pumped. I am pumped for the somnophilia kink because I've been trying to find a book that actually does that well.
Yeah, I think it's going to be good. I'm pretty excited. Oh, Carrie said it's a duet.
That's even better.
Yeah, because, I mean, the third one was...
It was good. It was good.
It could have been a novella, though.
Why did I need 30% of 40% of breeding kink is still my question.
I don't know.
I didn't need that much breeding kink.
No, I don't think anybody does.
It's okay. I'm not
But
mad at her.
But the scene where Lorenzo holds the baby, come on. There's 2 scenes, come on. I cried. It was so cute.
I love Lorenzo. He's a sweet bean. Kidnapping, murder, abuse, miscarriage. Oh my god.
Okay, so yeah, the First Comes Blood didn't have any miscarriage, obviously.
No.
It also didn't have...
They didn't really abuse her either, though.
Is it like... I mean, what kind of abuse? Is it like...
We have to clarify. How dark is the abuse? Like, is it force? Is it consensual abuse? Is it like... What kind of abuse we talking?
Yeah, I need, like, is it... I mean, that could even just be a trigger warning for other things that happen in the book. Like, she could have a past with abuse or, you know, whatever. Domestic violence. In her past or, like, against her from them?
Because if it's with them, it's going to be a hard sell.
I mean, Brianna could probably do it, but...
I do think she could also do it, but, you know, who knows?
I mean, it might just be, like, if it is against her, it could be, like, consensual,
Past but on page.
Oh. Okay, yeah. That's different. Well, I'm excited.
I'm excited to read literally anything else by Brianna Hale and or Lilith Vincent. That's not this book. But I will say it's not the worst thing she's ever written because that's still that freaking Royal series.
Yes, it is. And I can't say I'm too excited for Soft Limits, but I guess we'll see how I feel the second go round.
I enjoyed Soft Limits, but I listened to the audiobook.
I did too.
Never mind then. You might just not like it.
Yeah. I guess we'll see.
It's kind of boring.
Yeah, that was my issue.
I think her traditionally published books are boring.
That was my issue, was like them together was fine, but the scenes where everything else was boring.
Yeah, that's essentially the problem. The good thing about Princess Brat is it's a bodyguard romance. So they're together 24/7.
Yeah.
They're never apart.
My question is, this book is only like 280 pages, right?
Mm-hmm.
How did she make it boring?
I don't know how she managed it, but she sure did.
She definitely did. No question. 100% boring. Princess Brat's next month, yeah. And then Bunnies?
Soft Limits. Is Soft Limits next? Or is Dom Fitness next?
I thought Dom Fitness was next, because I think Dom Fitness is in June. Maybe we're reading Soft Limits and Princess Brat together. I don't even know my own schedule. I don't even have Soft Limits on here.
Oh, so we're just not gonna read Soft Limits then.
I guess not.
No, you have Princess. No, you don't. All right, so we're just not reading Soft Limits. Uh,
Maybe I'll read it next month and then we can talk about it.
oh, I am not rereading it though.
That's fine.
So if you DNF it, no hard feelings.
Okay.
And I don't remember a lot of it. It's not one of my favorites.
We're coming close to the end. November.
I don't know how in the world we are already here.
I'm excited for November.
Yeah, I mean, fair.
And September. The Protege, I'm pretty
so
excited
for September.
Yeah.
The Protege is one of my favorites. I'm really excited.
What if we reread Rush and we don't like it as much?
That's not legal. Illegal activity. Not happening. No. What if we reread First Comes Blood and we hate it?
That really isn't likely to happen. Do you want to do those two?
I feel like we should do Lilith Vincent. Because I feel like she's just like saying fuck you to the Brianna pen name.
Yeah. She doesn't even get on any of the Brianna social medias anymore.
No. Like I tag her and stuff under Brianna and she just doesn't see it.
Yeah. Yeah, I have a feeling it's going to be impossible to dislike First Comes Blood.
Yeah.
I had my stepsister read it and she was like, it was so good that I just like marathoned the entire trilogy. I was like, yeah. And she was like, you have the best book recommendations. I'm like, yeah, I know.
I'm aware.
I don't really have anything super interesting else to say.
I don't either. I feel like I like that she dove into the DDLD a little bit, and I'm glad we got to see some of it. Their relationship was really cute. I was literally only invested in the like relationship side of them, nothing else. I thought their third act breakup was fucking stupid. That's my thoughts.
And too long.
Oh my god.
My thing is she wasn't even in it long enough to be like properly shamed for the amount of time that she was upset about it, you know?
Yep.
I don't know. It was just a weird, dumb conflict.
Oh, I agree with you. 100%.
Yeah. So I guess we'll meet again next month to read Princess Brat.
Yes.
And then you'll hear about it in Tamiko's wrap up for this month because she pays zero attention.
To be fair, I posted it on my Instagram and I posted the right book. Did you notice that?
Mm-mm.
I posted on my Instagram and I was like, oh shit, I posted the wrong one. So now everyone's gonna think that we read the wrong book. No. I shared the right one.
Was that one of your scheduled ones?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I guess your past self knew. And then
my past self knew what I was talking about. I think what I did was I went and looked at our schedule and I just looked and I said, oh, Princess Brat, and said that was it. I think that's what I did.
Yeah. Well, you know how that works out.
Well, you see.
Now you're gonna have to remember everything for next month.
No problem. I got you. I'll remember nothing.
It's okay. I'll carry the conversation like I always do.
Shut up.
All right. So I guess that is it. We will see everyone next month to read Princess Brat. And I hope you have a good evening. Bye.
So does Phoenix. Bye.